Microsoft tries to be progressive, but their attempt is awful. Product inclusion action. Help customers feel seen. I'm sorry, but I never asked for this. I want a better Windows, not for Microsoft to validate my existence. Microsoft has stats to prove that people really care about diversity. You haven't defined what being diverse means. I want diverse as in varying in the content of the story and characters, not their identities. What's the point of being inclusive when you have to lay off nearly 2,000 of your employees? This section is about negative stereotypes about women, like clothing and armor that don't fit their task, and exaggerated body proportions. What's wrong with any of those? How are they negative in this context? This is your global games marketing person. She had to fight for the existence of non-white people. Why are you assuming that they don't exist? Is it because the company fired them all? The gaming industry is already diverse. They're from all over the world based on the stats you yourself cited. What more do you need? I want to dive in deeper to the statistics because good lord, they are misleading. These are the stats that Microsoft used to push their agenda. This one asks people how important diverse stories and characters are in games. What do they mean when they say diverse stories or diverse characters? Microsoft cited a source that remove all games that only allow you to play with a fully customizable character. Most best-selling games of the past 3 years either have character creators or have character selections. Their Google source says people want more diverse characters and character creations. You can't just remove games that let you create your own characters. That's most games. Their most diverse game is Apex Legends, a battle royale hero shooter where you shoot each other, including minorities.
How progressive.
Also, none of the character sexuality plays any role in the game. Most people don't know which Apex characters are LGBT because they're too busy shooting each other. This emphasis on DEI is just a way for companies to make themselves look good to investors. They want investors' money, they don't want your money. We got more hooplas involving diversity and inclusion, but before we get to all these hooplas, I want to say huge thanks to all these wonderful people. You guys are fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below, just $1, and you have supported this channel immensely. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's get to the next hoopla. This exchange is dumb. It started with gamers saying, game devs should make whatever they want.
We wanted to feature a black protagonist in our game and consulted with this firm to ensure that we were doing a good job of that.
I love how you said that you consulted with a firm and not, black people. Way to make your product sound more like corporate trash. Then this moron came in and said, I don't want devs to make games they want. I want them to make games I want. I can pay. Wait, that sounds perfectly reasonable.
Absolutely hate it when the free market encourages game devs to occasionally make games that humanize people who are different from me.
We already have games that humanize black people. This one is criminally underrated, and this one is my favorite of all time. Nothing wrong with game developers making games featuring black characters, but if you need some help to make the character more authentic, consult actual black people instead of some DEI firm. The discourse towards DEI in gaming is filled with people wanting to push their agendas rather than addressing people's criticisms. Some of them even want to go so far as to purge people out of gaming. No, really. This is some of the wildest quotes I read from a journalist.
Can we agree that for a round 2 of this, it can be the final purge of these kinds of gamers?
That's right, the final purge of gamers. Oh, sorry, these kinds of gamers, as in the ones that criticize progressives. This tweet has been utterly wrecked in the stats with that ratio, including this one.
Now, I want to purge the hate and vitriol from gamers who refuse to allow gaming to evolve and adapt as we humans are doing.
I agree, which is why people like you should go away from gaming.
I have no problem with opposing viewpoints, but hate, violence, and aggressive behavior isn't okay in any realm you live within.
Except you do have a problem with opposing views. You just characterize them as hate, so you won't address the real criticisms. But hey, I am waiting for that purge you're talking about. I do want to see how you're going to survive when we're purging back. The DEI discourse continues to be stupid. My advice to people in general is to not engage with any of these idiots because they are not going to be fair to you. They are not going to reason with you. You can't reason with them either. Just don't buy their products. Use ad blockers when visiting their sites. Here's one more DEI discourse. The writer of Borderlands 3 wants to lecture us about diversity and about being a good writer. You don't know how to be a good writer. You need to hire DEI consultants. No, you don't. There are many people online who are minorities who are willing to consult your script's authenticity for a fraction of the cost. We have beta readers online that will literally read your script and improve it for you, some even for free. Just make them sign an NDA. Hiring consultants from a DEI firm means that you don't care about creativity. You just care about pleasing investors.
Ideally, you have a team that can cover all your bases, but if you have a gap, you hire an outside expert.
The outside expert in question is a minority bringing their expertise as a minority. This is the kind of expertise that homeless people can qualify for, as long as they fit within that minority group. I love how progressives find a way to capitalize being a minority, and yet only the rich makes money from it. One group that loves to weaponize and make a big deal out of being a minority is game journalists. This one is a good example. This DualShocker article is horrible.
It's past time the Final Fantasy series gave us a Black Party member who isn't a laughingstock.
I'm sorry, but are we playing the same game? The writer recognized that Barrett and Sus from Final Fantasy XIII are not laughingstocks. Wait, what? I thought you said they were. Make up your freaking mind. Are they a laughingstock or are they not?
I wonder how impactful it could be to introduce a Black cast member who embodies the silent mentor role, akin to Auron from previous Final Fantasy titles.
Well, this year we have a Black mentor role in the form of Leroy Smith in Tekken 8. In the story mode, he played a significant role in mentoring the main character Jin Kazama, and it leads into the best moment in Tekken history. Press X to believe. 10 out of 10, Game of the Year. While Final Fantasy is decades old now, Square Enix is a progressive enough company. They'll probably listen to you and give you the Black characters you want that at least is not the Forspoken chick. Don't worry guys, we got more examples of journos being wrong and embarrassing. Let me give you two IGNLs. This is such an odd article. IGN just made an article talking about how the word isekai was just added in the Oxford English Dictionary. Here's the problem. IGN puts Frieren as an example of an isekai. Frieren is not an isekai. Frieren is a fantasy. This is like calling Lord of the Rings an isekai. No, IGN, who clearly doesn't know what an isekai is, Narnia is an isekai, Lord of the Rings is not. Apparently, in Japan, isekai just means another world in the context of our real world, so Frieren does technically count. The isekai that most people would call isekai is actually isekai tensei. Tensei in this context means reincarnated into another world, and the word mushoku means unemployed or jobless, hence why it's called jobless reincarnation. So what? I'm not calling Frieren an isekai the same way I'm not calling Ray Zero an isekai tensei. It's confusing and misleading. We already built this language in the anime culture to mean reincarnated in another world. We shouldn't describe any fantasy anime as isekai. Plain and simple. And we have one more IGNL to conclude this video. Stellar Blade recently released their demo. I haven't played it, but I have seen it. This game is inspired by Nier Automata, and they took a lot of lessons from that game. The combat, the music, the story, they're all very similar in vibe. I think the demo sells the game quite well. I recommend people wait for the PC version, but if they buy a PS5 for this game, I wouldn't blame them.
Where Bayonetta stands out with an iconic character design, or 2B from Nier Automata inspires an entire generation of cosplayers, Eve from Stellar Blade is just bland, a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman.
The model for the character is literally a woman that looks exactly like her, and there are many women that look like her. Have you seen a woman, IGN writer? Maybe you should stop paying attention to her tits and start paying attention to anything else. If you find that very difficult, that's entirely on you. And that's all for the video today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my stream channel. Link down below. Go subscribe as always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.